Taurus, my friend, what's going on with you? This is going to be your read for Libra season 2025. I hope all is well with the Taurus collective. This is going to be for the placement of Taurus. Now, the difference between my readings and everybody else's is that I read for the entire Taurus collective, meaning that if you got a moon in Taurus, I'm going to read from you. If you got a Neptune in Taurus, I'm reading for you. If you got Uranus in Taurus, I'm reading for you. If you got Pluto in Taurus, I'm reading for you. You know what I'm saying? If you got Chiron in Taurus, I'm reading for you. No matter what placement of Taurus, the North Node in Taurus, the South Node in Taurus, it don't matter. I'm reading for you. Everybody has at least one placement of Taurus in their chart somewhere. Even if there's no planet there, you still have Taurus in your chart. I got Taurus in my chart, ain't no planet there, but I know it's in my chart. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm still going to pay attention to what's going on with the Taurus energy because that particular area of my life is very important because that's a part of my chart, right? So you look at where Taurus is in your chart and, you see if the readings resonate with you in reference to that. That's if you understand astrology and there's a particular area of your life you're trying to figure out and you look at your chart and you realize, oh, Taurus is there. So yeah, you pay attention to Taurus readings, okay? But this is just an example. So this is what I mean for all the readings. So when I do readings, I do for all placements. I don't just limit it to sun, moon, and rising because that's not realistic. Okay, but to each his own. I'm not knocking nobody for what they do. I'm just explaining, what I'm doing here from based on, my astrological understandings. So with that being said, y'all, first of all, let's say happy birthday to Libra. Happy birthday, Libra. I hope all is well with everybody out there. It's a beautiful fall night. Wanted to, touch it up and tap in with Taurus and see what's going on with them. So with that being said, I'm going to get these cards out for you. This is going to be a general reading for the Taurus, the placement of Taurus. Take what resonates, leave the rest. All right. If you want to check out the other placements I've done thus far, I started with Libra. So whatever season is in, that's what I start with. So it's Libra season. So any readings I do for the signs is going to be Libra first, and then it's going to follow in the order of the sign. So next would be Scorpio, right? So check out all the other placements that I've done. So of course I've done Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, and now we're here with Taurus. So with that being said, this is going to be a general reading for the Taurus placement. Take what resonates, leave the rest. All right. Let me get the rest of the cards out. That way you will will be able to begin. This is just the canvas. Okay, this is what we're gonna just start with, and then we're gonna dive in and clarify with some additional decks. I think there's 13 decks that I use for this reading, but I love it because I like the variety. All right, so with that being said, we're going to be talking about your personal private thoughts for the Taurus placement. We're going to be talking about career, money, and finance for the Taurus placement. And we're going to be talking about family, love life, and social life for the Taurus placement. So as you can see, anybody could resonate with this reading. All right. Now, it may not be you that I could be talking about in the scenario situation. It could be somebody you know. It could be something that you are experiencing. So just take what does resonate with you, and don't try to make something fit that don't. All right, y'all. So with that being said, let's get into it. So this first column here represents the private personal thoughts of the Taurus placement. The middle column represents the career, money, and finance of the Taurus placement. And this third column over here represents the family life, love life, social life of the Taurus placement. Now, the top row represents the current situation in all those areas. The middle row represents the emotions that are involved. And the bottom row represents a possible solution we can implement to resolve any emotional challenges that are hindering progress. All right. So with that being said, let's get into it. I'm going to show y'all all the cards as I go through. Let's start with your personal private thoughts for the Taurus placement. So we have the bagel energy here. Challenge is being desperate. Possible solution or perspective you may want to consider to quell that desperateness would be to tap into the Virgo energy. All right, this is the alchemist. So Virgo alchemizes just like Scorpio does. This is one of the things that Scorpio and Virgo have in common. They are the alchemists of the zodiac. So with this energy here, I'm getting Virgo deals with health. All right, so the solution is to wane it in. Is what I'm getting here. Taurus, your energy of abundance, your energy of relaxation, your energy of indulgences, doing what makes you feel good. What's important. You look at also what's important to you, what is of value to you. You look at your traditions, like what is important to you, what type of traditions, like how did you grow up, what did you learn coming up, that type of energy. So I'm feeling here the difference. It's like opposite polarities with this Bagel card and this Virgo card, because Virgo represents the energy of restriction. It represents the energy of limits, putting restrictions down, putting limits down, looking at things from a practical standpoint, breaking things down analytically, right, so that it makes sense, right. And so with the dough energy here as the current situation, I feel like there's somebody who maybe somebody is desperate for money. Okay, because the challenge is there's desperate energy here. So why would there be desperate energy here? All right, let's get some clarity and find out, because this is, I'm just getting somebody who's not seasoned or well seasoned. Something is not seasoned. Tell me about this bagel energy. This is about dough, money, could be about health. Yeah, memory energy. So somebody could be looking back, remembering how slim they were, how they looked back in the day, how much weight they lost, or how much weight they gained, one or the other, or maybe how much money they had, how much money they didn't have. Tell me about this desperate energy here. So we're dealing with the animals, the flamingo. Okay, so this is somebody who's trying to get back high school skinny. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. So with the animals energy here, with the flamingo, this is an energy of being outgoing, flamboyant, and over the top. So somebody is acting out, okay, um, for whatever reason. They're desperate, and as a result of them being desperate, they're acting out. They're doing things. They're going. It's like over the top. The universe is telling you what you need to do is you need to restrict. You need to, calm that down. If you look at Virgo and Pisces. Pisces is all about welcoming everything, everything open. To the opposite polarity of Virgo is like, nah, we're gonna restrict this down, and we're gonna do what we do. Like this is we're narrowing all this down. We're breaking all this down. We're trimming the fat. We're getting restrictions. We're doing what's required. Right. That's the energy I'm getting here. So this is what's needed. Virgo energy is needed. Yeah, with the 10 of Pentacles. So for some of you, this is about making money. So some of you could be doing, the thing is you could be desperate to get money, or doing things that, because the bagel energy reminds me of dough. And then you have the 10 of Pentacles here, which is also about dough, right? Uh, so somebody needs to get disciplined. They definitely need to get disciplined. Let me get more information on this memory with these bagels and this dough. Yeah, the Knight of Wands. So what I'm getting to is a weight thing. Somebody is desperate to lose weight. So somebody could be paying someone, especially with the 10 of Pentacles and the Virgo energy. Somebody could be going, because Virgo represents the doctor, the healer, right? The alchemist. So somebody could be paying someone um, to help them lose weight. Somebody could be flying to someone, okay? But somebody could also remember how their metabolism is what I'm getting with the Knight of Wands and the bagel energy. Somebody could remember how, oh, I used to be able to eat this, but now I can't. Um, so with this desperate energy here, with the flamingo energy and the desperateness, like I'm just getting, somebody wanting to grab people's attention. They want to look good. Maybe it's for a family reunion. Maybe it's for a high school reunion. Okay, it could be some type of get together of some sort, but somebody is doing a lot to try to get themselves to look a certain way for a particular event. Okay, tell me about this flamingo energy. I don't know if somebody just used to get picked on about their weight and now they look good. Yeah, here's the Six of Cups. Exactly. So when someone was a kid, someone could have been really pudgy when they were a kid. Okay, but this could also just represent someone being picked on, or someone looks back at their life about how desperate they were and the way they did things. Like they realized that they were desperate. So now that they're a little bit more mature and now they're a little bit older, they're more stable, they're more grounded in who they are, they're comfortable in who they are. The Ten of Pentacles represents somebody who's solid within themselves. And it could be a plethora of things, but when we're talking about an individual, this is somebody who's comfortable and secure in who they are. You know, they are not really worried about what other people have to say about them. This is somebody who has discipline, who has ethics and morals that they live by and that they stand by, and they're not easily influenced by others. They're 10 toes down. That's why you got the 10 pentacles here. So this is someone who's 10 toes down about who they are, what they do, how they do it. Okay? This is not somebody who's easily influenced. This is not somebody who follows the crowd. This is not somebody who goes to see, okay, well, what is everybody wearing? And let me go buy some shit that everybody else is wearing. This is not that type of person. Okay? This is somebody who don't rock like that. They do them. They don't care what everybody else is doing. All right? So yeah, with this we got the two. This is the Knight of Pentacles again. So this is somebody who takes their time, who's worked on themselves, who's mastered themselves. So I feel like this is somebody who remembers when they were an adolescent, they were young, and the reason that they, when they were when they were adolescent, they were plus size, okay, and they may have done these things or ate out of desperation. So somebody had a food addiction, and so I feel like what somebody's looking back at is their childhood wounds because they were looking for attention or they were desperate for attention. So this person used to eat. And so now that this person is older and they realize what's going on, they're working on themselves. They work out, they take care of themselves, they have restrictions, they have a strict diet that they follow. And so, at this point, this is how this person is able to be successful in their own right. So this is, like I said, it could be a family reunion coming up, or a high school reunion, or a college reunion, or people getting back together for whatever reason, and somebody looking back at the yearbook, remembering, how they were in high school or in college, because the knights represent high school and college, right? And they remember how, maybe they used to look. They used to eat a lot of bagels. They were puffy. They may have been a little bit fat, okay, overweight, so to speak. And so the thing is this person was doing that because they were desperate. It was because they were trying to get attention as a child. Maybe they didn't get enough attention as a child. And so now that they're an adult, when it comes to their family, this could be somebody who is hesitant to connect with that family, or hesitant to, deal with them because of the fact that, they really weren't comfortable with them in the first place. Or this is somebody who uh, is a little bit different than the rest of the family. Okay, is what I'm getting here. So you might be what they consider the black sheep of the family. Maybe you didn't get attention as you were, growing up. You didn't get the attention that everybody else did. Or this is somebody you know. Okay, you don't have to be you. But in order to quell that energy, you have to work on yourself, is what I'm getting here. And it takes time. With the Knight of Pentacles, it took someone some time to change and alchemize themselves, to change their body, to change their looks, because this is all physical energy. Okay? Physical, change their appetite, change their looks, change their body. And so now, this person looks totally different. You probably wouldn't recognize them from high school or college, right? They're not pudgy anymore. They're not fat anymore. They're not big anymore. Whatever adjective you want to use to describe somebody who is out of shape because they're big. A lot of people think that because you're skinny, you're in shape. There's a lot of skinny people who are not in shape. So don't think that because somebody's slim that they're healthy, because that could be further from the truth. Because you could have a skinny person who couldn't run around a block, and you could have a pudgy person who maybe it'll take them a while to get around that block, but they can run around that block nonstop. Right? They might not run, they might sprint it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people have misunderstandings about things like that. So somebody may have been, um, scarred as a child because of their weight. Okay, may have been picked on or teased because of their weight. And so as they turned that pain into fuel and built themselves up and even built up, a nice financial standing. Um, but this is somebody who is slow to get to know people. They're slow to approach other people because they've been tricked, especially their family. So if somebody's going back around family, they're kind of hesitant to be around them. But I'm gonna leave this here, Taurus, and move on to career, money, and finance. Now, if I pull some other cards and it relates back to this situation or elaborates more on it, I'll, definitely get into it. But with career, money, and finance, the current situation is the orchestra. The challenge is the envious energy. Possible solution to quell that jealous energy is to tap into the Scorpio energy. So for some of you, you really need to be careful of telling people what you do for a living and what you do to make money, because there's somebody who's trying to come in and throw a monkey wrench in the situation. Okay, somebody could be trying to figure out what you do and who is in your unit. You know what I mean? Somebody could be, because the orchestra talks about different parts, okay, working together as a unit. And so there's somebody who's envious of that. It don't have to be about a love situation. It could just be that maybe you command the crowd in a certain way. Maybe people gravitate towards you. And some people, you know how some people are. I've had this happen to me numerous times in different work environments because I'm skilled and I come in and I'm able to do the job so well, I make it look easy. So you got people who look at me like, oh, if she could do it, I could do it. It's like, okay, maybe you can, but maybe you can't. But if you can, cool. If you can't, okay. But why are you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. I never just, sorry, let me get off my tangent. But at any rate, this is the orchestra energy. Some of you may play an instrument, and there could be somebody who's jealous of you. Maybe you got accepted into the orchestra. Perhaps you now play an instrument, and there's people who are jealous and envious of that. Okay, so as a result, the universe is telling you to tap into the Scorpio energy. Now, Scorpio deals with obsession and possession. Scorpio Taurus axis. Scorpio is obsession, Taurus is possession. And you look at how do you tell which? Well, Taurus is earth energy. Earth is physical, to physically possess something. Scorpio is water energy, and water energy is your emotions. And when you obsess about something, you're in your emotions. So that's how you tell the difference with the two. Um, so let's get some clarity. Let's see what we got going on with this symphony energy here. What's this symphony energy for the career, money, and finance for Taurus? Confinement. So somebody could feel trapped in a group or feel, like they're not getting their shine. Okay. Maybe somebody wants to go solo. Somebody could be in a group of some sort and they want to branch off and do something different because they could be envious. So as a result, you may have to watch what people are up to and what they're doing, because people could be jealous because maybe you lead the pack, or in the group environment you're excelling and they're not. All right, let's get some clarity on this envious energy. All right, so we have the sea turtle, which talks about animals. So this is about somebody's mood, so to speak. So the sea turtle talks about mellow, harmonious, going with the flow. So somebody is secretly going with the flow, but they're jealous. So be careful if you sense that jealous energy around this person. Um, just be careful telling people what you got going on. You should tap into the Scorpio energy and keep things to yourself. Okay. Um, and listen to your intuition, because your intuition is going to tell you something's up with somebody. They're pretending that they're good, but they really not. This is with your career, money, and finance. Somebody might feel trapped where they are, and you could be somewhere else financially doing your own thing, and they're upset and jealous because they can't do what you do, or they're not where you are. Yeah, and that's clarified with the nine of clubs, the nine of wands. Yeah, so for some of you, you really need to be careful what you tell people, and you want to keep things to yourself. I'll be right back, Taurus. So sorry about that. All right. So, yeah. So I feel like somebody feels trapped when they're in this group environment. Um, I feel like they feel trapped in the environment, but they're envious of you because maybe you're able to get out of it. You're not in the same situation as them. So somebody could be trying to stop you too. It's like somebody could be trying to confine you in some way, shape, or form, trying to treat you like the rest when you're not. So somebody may have a problem acknowledging what you bring to the table for whatever reason. Now, this is not on no cocky shit. It's just somebody could be secretly envious of you. And so they're not gonna, and it's like this could be, I feel like this could be like a boss or a supervisor, or it could be a fellow colleague. I feel like they feel combined, but they're secretly envious of you. This is the crazy part. But they go with the flow. They act like everything is good and act like everything is cool, but they're really jealous of you. So your intuition, your Scorpio intuition is probably telling you that something is up with this person. I will just play it like with this Scorpio energy, this is like you acting like you don't know. And with the Nine of Wands, is like until this person like literally, like you may sense something's up with them, but you're not gonna feed into it. You the type of person, all right, I'm gonna let this person play them like somebody will try to slight you, right? To get your attention, to get you to rile up. You know, like say for example, somebody at the job is basically talking trash to you, trying to get you to be angry so that you can act out and lash out and get fired. But because this person don't know you like they think they do, you're not going to respond in any way, shape, or form to allow them to see that they're getting to you. Now, deep down on the low, they might be getting to you, but you're not going to let them know that. So what you're going to do is what happens is when people do that and you don't pay them no mind, they usually try to do a little something bolder because they want you to notice that they got a problem and they want you to get mad. But this person is constantly doing this and they're just getting madder and madder. So eventually they'll act out so ignorantly and so crazily because they're mad because you're not noticing that they got a problem, that everybody will start looking at them like, yo, what is wrong with this person? And that's why you don't argue back with folk. This is why you just play a strategy. Scorpio's about strategy. You just let them play their hand. Like, okay, this person's mad. Okay, they mad, cool, but I'm gonna keep moving and doing what I gotta do. So now they'll do something extra the next time, try to get your attention or to get you to act out. And you just like look at them and just, keep on going and act like you didn't even acknowledge it. Other people may see it, but the thing is that's the point. Other people gonna see that this person is constantly badgering you and they're gonna be looking like, yo, why is this person badgering such and such. Such and such don't ever say nothing to them. I ain't never seen such and such argue with them. I ain't never seen, and that's the key. That's why you don't argue with them. And you don't say nothing to them unless it's work related. And if you do, you keep it real cool and make sure you say something to them when other people are around to witness the interaction. And so this person will eventually get tired and they will play themselves. People will see who the real problem is. People can't tell who the real problem is if you constantly arguing with somebody every time they say something to you. You got to go toe to toe with them. Like, that's not how it works. That's not how people won't know who the fool is. They look at you both like you stupid. And that's just reality. So we got this confinement clarified with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Taurus. So yeah, this is an energy of somebody feeling like they can't grow. They can't change the trajectory of things like you do. Okay? And they're envious of that. But they're going to play along like they not. They really on the low mad at you. Somebody wants to confine you and they want to stop you from growing or connecting with your tribe or connecting with people who are cool with you. Yeah, but you keep persevering anyway with the Chariot energy. That's what you're going to do. You're going to keep persevering anyway. And you're going to find your family, whoever that is. Yeah, with the Knight of Swords energy, just keep your mouth closed. This person don't need to know what you're going through, what you're experiencing. I feel like this is in a work environment. A lot of people got issues. And some people may call me cold hearted, but I don't go to work telling everybody all my business and telling everybody my issues and what I'm doing. It's nothing wrong with being social and connecting with people, but it's limits to shit for me. You know what I'm saying? Like if I did any type of drugs, I'm not gonna come to work and tell nobody, yeah, I pop pills or yeah, but you'd be surprised at how many people will just come to work and be comfortable telling people personal shit like that. You know what I mean? Just like people walk around, oh, well, I got the COVID shot. Like, and then they think that you're supposed to tell them, well, did you get the COVID? Like, that's my personal health information. I'm not going to share that with you. That's like you asking me, what my blood type is, or what, do I got an STD, and like that's personal health. If like people don't know when to shut shit down, and they don't know what to say out their mouth. They just so pressed and desperate to be liked that they don't have no protocol, no morals, nothing. Yeah, here's the Knight of Cups. See, the challenge is somebody, okay, so I'm wondering if this is somebody who likes you at your job. This could be somebody who's envious of you at your job. This is a player energy. This is somebody who's mad because you won't give them none. This all this is. Yeah. See, they want you to play along with the orchestra energy. This is all about everybody playing along. Play along, do what I say. I got everybody else in control. Why you not? So this person kind of feels like they want to confine you because you stand out, but they're not able to do that. They're not able to turn the trajectory to make you look bad, right? You just keep persevering regardless to what they got to say and what they do, and you mind your business. You say very little. You don't argue back. You let them say the little slick shit out their mouth, and you ignore them. The thing is they jealous of you. They jealous and they envious of you. So what you do as the Scorpio energy is you just remain, low key, mellow. You don't let everybody know your business. You're not talking around this person, and that bothers them. That frustrates them because they don't have nothing to go on. They don't know how to come at you. This is somebody who's mad because they can't do what they did to others. They can't do it to you. Yeah, Queen of Swords, because you cut this, because you cut them off. See, this is what I'm getting with the sword energy here. You're very to the you talk about what you want to talk about, and then you don't say nothing else. You don't have to. You know just what to say and how to say it. And this is what they don't like. They think you sneak. They think you sneaky. They think you secretive. They doing whatever they can to try to get you open up. But you know where the limits is. You know where the boundaries is, and you exercise them, and they don't like that shit. So these are these people at your job. Okay, they want you to, oh, we're all one big happy family. Who was I saying that to in another reading? We're all one big happy family. I don't fuck around with work environments where they talk about we all one big happy family, because that's not natural for a work environment. It's not. There's nothing wrong with being cool and getting along with people, but you got psychological issues if you go into work thinking that these people is your family. They are not your fucking family. They're your coworkers. And as soon as somebody says there's a position available, I want you all to apply, all that family shit gonna go out the door. Okay, because now it's about money and it's about position. So stop thinking that these people is your family and your fucking friends. They are not. And there's nothing wrong with having a connection, but don't get it twisted. They are not your damn family. And I think some of y'all know that, but a lot of y'all don't know that. And then you got people who get mad at those who understand that and they keep their distance. You keep prying, trying to ask, do you go to church? Like, why are you asking me, do I go to church? We have a work environment. That's not conducive to, positive work environment, talking about religion and politics. Like, when I was coming up, you didn't talk about those things in the workplace because they cause division. You understand what I'm saying? That's the two things you don't talk about. Work at work. You don't talk about politics and you don't talk about religion. But you got people nowadays, they'll talk about, oh, well, yeah, you don't go to church? They'll bring pamphlets in trying to solicit you, like at the Jehovah Witnesses knock on the door. They'll bring that shit into work, trying to solicit to you. You know what I mean? They'll be on the phone trying to talk that, like, yo, come on, separate church from state. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't, they don't, I don't know. Child, let's move on. If any other cards I pull come up back to this situation, we'll come back to it. But this is what I'm seeing here. Focus on you, mind your business, watch what you say to people. You could be cool with one person, but you're not cool with another. But the one you is cool with is cool with that one you not. So, or they know somebody who is and isn't. You know what I'm saying? So you're just gonna watch what you say to people, period. If you don't want nobody to know about the shit and you don't want it coming back to bite you, don't say it. Keep your mouth closed. Family, love, family life, love life, social life for the Taurus. All right. So we got the coffee energy as the current situation there. The challenge is the beef. Possible solution to resolve that is to tap into the 12th house energy. This is all about surrendering, letting go. This is also about being your own enemy. Okay. This is also about hidden enemies that you may not be aware of, whether they're people or just shit you do or things you're around. All right. So when it comes to family life, love life, social life with the coffee energy, feels like somebody wants to talk. Somebody may want to make peace. 12th house also deals with making peace. Somebody wants to sit down and talk to you. This could be somebody that you're not talking to. It's a family member, an ex-lover, or a friend, okay, who wants to sit down and talk to you. They may be in grief that y'all are not together anymore, that y'all are not cool anymore, and that things ain't the way they used to be. That could very well be the case with you and this person. So I feel like somebody wants to sit down and have a talk with you, Taurus, but it's a trap. Look at this. The trap card came out and the marriage card came out. So I don't know if this person that you're dealing with is married, okay, and they not happy and ready to let go or coming out of their marriage, or this could be your partner if you're married wanting to talk to you, telling you that they feel trapped, okay. Here's another energy of feeling confined, okay. So somebody might feel trapped or confined in some way, shape, or form with that marriage card. Somebody could be trying to trap someone in a marriage, confine. A lot of people get trapped in marriages. They get caught up and the person lures them in, and then they get married and they thinking that shit is gonna be fly, and then it be their worst nightmare and they be trapped, feeling grief. Talk to me about this grief. Yeah, here's the environment, the galaxy. So somebody, the environment, okay? Let's talk about that. So when we talk about the galaxy and grief, we're talking about bringing together group or symbol. I told you, somebody wants to get to know you again or get with you, connect with you because they're in grief. The outcome here is, the 12th house energy. So this is all about, the subconscious mind, dreams, karma, forgiveness, okay, baggage, the unseen, healing, spiritual development, guilt, okay, prayer. So I feel like somebody wants to talk to you in reference to a connection that they're in. Maybe somebody wants to confide in you. You might be a good friend and they may be having some problems and they want to let you know. This could, like I said, for some of you, this could be somebody trying to trap you in a marriage, maybe wanting to propose to you. You could have been with this person and got away from them. And so they're like, damn, how can I get this person around so I can continue shitting on them and doing them dirty? So they may propose. Now, for others of you, this could be that somebody wants to get married, but they're scared to death to get married because they're scared they're going to give up a portion of themselves. And that is what you do when you get married. You surrender to the relationship and the connection as a whole with you and your person being one. Okay? So, yeah, there is a lot to give up with marriage. It's not a joke. I feel like the only people who are pressed to get married are people who ain't never been married because that shit is work. Okay? It ain't nothing positive. It's nothing negative all the time, but you do have your ups and downs with any relationship. You know what I'm saying? And you have to figure out how to work it out. But it looks like this particular relationship, somebody is feeling trapped, or somebody could be trying to get somebody trapped up in their marriage. Somebody could already be married, trying to meet up with you, wanting you to, with the galaxy, bring together a symbol because this person is miserable. Okay, the grief could just be somebody miserable as hell. All right, and they want to have a threesome. That could be that type of shit. And the thing is they want you to be open to it with the 12th house and surrender energy. Want you to surrender to it, be open to it, consider it. All right, so the Four of Swords comes out, the Four of Spades. Yeah, they want you to keep this on the low too and don't say shit. So somebody might want you to be their third party. This person, be careful. Or you could have a friend who's married and is not telling you with that Four of Swords and the 12th. They're not telling you that they're married. Be careful who you meet and who you're connecting with. Okay? Um, let's see what else comes out with this because there's a couple different variations of this. It don't have to be all bad, but the portion of the being trapped and the grief part is what makes it crazy. Yeah, here's the Nine of Pentacle energy in reversal. Here we go. Third party energy. So this is either somebody, the Nine of Pentacles energy in reverse, usually to me in this situation represents somebody who is in a third party situation, or somebody who is in a relationship and they're settling. Okay, they're settling for somebody who is not evenly yoked with them. So when we have the marriage and we have trapped, I feel like for some of you, this is what this person is trying to do. They want you to meet them so they could talk, and then their goal is to trap you in their third party bullshit because they're miserable. They're not happy. This is somebody who wants a threesome, is what I'm getting to for some of y'all, or they just want you to to be their cry, to be their support system. You got to be careful with being there for people who whine and cry about situations they not never gonna come up out of. Like, I'm very protective of my energy. If I'm hanging out with someone and we chilling, we friends, and they in a relationship and they miserable, and they've been telling me for the past at least 3 months that they miserable, I'm gonna tell them, look, don't come around me talking that no more, because you've been talking to me about this for 3 months and you ain't did a damn thing about it. So if you're not gonna do nothing about it, don't talk to me about it, because you're not gonna bring me down and stress me out every time you come around. Now you want to talk about this because you can't wait to get away from this person and talk negative. And nah, that fuck up your energy too, whether you don't realize it or not. It fucks with your energy too. So you got to be careful about Debbie Downers. Okay, you got all kinds of people who are unhappy and miserable, and they can't wait to come and throw their shit on your shoulders and bring you down with them. It's one I can understand if once in a while somebody wants to talk about a problem and they got something going on. That's what friends are for. You're supposed to support your people. But if you got a friend who been talking about this same dude for the last 3 months, or been talking about this same chick for the last 3 months, the shit she doing, the things he doing, he ain't doing this, he ain't doing that, he hit me, he cheated on me, he messing with some other chick, da, 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 and this shit been going on for a minute, I'm gonna tell you, I don't want to hear it. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm gonna tell you I don't want to hear it, and I don't want to be around you because you gonna fuck up my energy, and I'll be goddamn. You could call me a shitty friend all you want, okay? But I don't hang around people who be in situations like that and they don't know what to do to get themselves out of it, and they're not taking the initiative. You either get yourself out the position or you change your mindset about it. But stop complaining. It's the same thing about a woman who complains about her man cheating all the time, but she constantly take him back. Well, I'll be damned if anybody else get him. Okay, so then don't complain about him cheating then. Take the cheating and shut the hell up. Period. Period. Like, what the fuck? What are we supposed to do here? We just put the shame shit all the time. Like, come on, nobody want to hear that shit. Do something with yourself. Make yourself. Come on, you got control of your world. This is your world. Don't let somebody, put you in a position you don't want to be in and you ain't happy. That's not fucking. Come on, man. That ain't life. Yeah, hit with a knight of swords. Like I said, I'll cut your ass off. I'll tell you I don't want to talk about it. This person is not telling you everything either. They telling you only what they want you to know. Okay? Or they slick talking you, trying to get you into this third party scenario or situation. Now, for another set of you, this is somebody who wants to marry you, but they don't really see your value or see your worth. They will trap you. They don't want to show you your value or worth, but they want to use you at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's like they'll go to this store and get this particular ham, right? And only this store in the area got this particular ham. But they'll go in the store and talk shit to the owner, talk about how trashy the store is, but they in there every fucking week to get that damn ham because they can't get it nowhere else. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. But don't respect the store. Always talking shit to the owner. Always reporting and calling on them and reporting about what's going on in the store, telling people bad things about it. But they be up in there every week getting that ham. It's like that type of energy. Just using the person for what they could get from them. And then if this person, they don't want to give this person their props. They don't want to show them love. They don't want to treat them with respect. And for some of y'all, if y'all get married to this person, it's gonna be a trap. You're settling for less because this person is miserable, and they want somebody who's gonna be around so they can still go out and do what they want to do. This is what this energy is of this person. They're not gonna tell you that though, but they want you to surrender and give in to them, and allow them to do what they want to do. They want you to be a pushover. That's the 12th house energy, Pisces pushover energy. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. They want you to be down and be loyal and do everything that they want you to do, but they're not going to give you no loyalty. For some of y'all, they marrying you for money. You look like you got money. So they don't want to work to get you, but they want to use you. All right, this is what I'm getting here. This is either, and if this is a family member who's complaining to you about being in a third party situation or about their partner cheating on them, some shit like this. Okay, but be careful. This could be the ring. Okay, with the Four of Swords, somebody don't want you to tell nobody. Let's go elope. With the 12th house energy, let's go secretly elope. They don't want you to. They don't want other people to know what's going on. This is also somebody wanting you to sneak away if they marry. Sneak away and don't say shit. I'll give you money. I'll pay you. This somebody who want you to be their prostitute. Be careful out here, Taurus. I'll tell you what the obsession card came right out. Evasive. See, they're not being honest and upfront with what they want. They're not telling you everything that's going on. They're being very evasive about what they want from you. This is somebody who keep you around, constantly be on the phone with you, but don't talk about shit. Want to be on the phone for hours, 3 or 4 times a week, but ain't talking about shit. Y'all ain't talking about making no moves. You ain't talking about making no money. This motherfucker just want to be in your business. And on top of that, they may be married. What's that all about? Right? What's that all about? Self-assurance. See, this person is confident that they could do what they could do and get away with it. Because, like I said, for some of y'all, this is somebody y'all work with. Okay? Or the person who's talking to you is talking about somebody they work with. Okay? So, this is what I be talking about with this workplace shit. You know, the work wife and the work husband. That shit. Listen. I don't get into all of that. I don't do all that. That's just too much. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do. I exercise boundaries. We don't do the work wife, work husband. I don't use that terminology. I go to work, I got colleagues. Okay? Period. That's it. Boundaries. Some of y'all need to set boundaries with this person because they damn sure disrespectful. They don't, whoever this is, don't respect you. That's why the Nine of Pentacle energy is in reverse. They feel like they could trap you. Or this is somebody who's mad, who's trapped in a relationship, and they feel like you should be their third party. This is somebody who don't respect women. If it's a man who's doing this, yeah, this is paranoid energy. Somebody holding a grudge. Okay, insecure, guarded. Okay, paranoid. This person. Yeah, and you can't figure them out, and they can't figure you out. For some of y'all, like I said, this person can't figure out what makes you tick. They be trying to do shit to get you mad and angry, and it don't work because you don't give a fuck. That's why. Listen, people be like, I wish that person would say that to me. It's like, why do you care what they say? You gotta stop and think. Like, stop letting people control your emotions. A lot of people do that. You big head bitch, and then somebody will start flipping out and start fighting because you called them a big head bitch. Why you care what this person called you a big head bitch? Who gives a fuck what they think? I don't care what you could say whatever you want. Your opinion means shit to me. Okay? You're not gonna get me to jump because you said some shit to me. I'm not no rabid animal. You don't control me. You understand what I'm saying? And so some people, because they don't have no control, they think they could talk shit to you or say shit to you or do fucked up shit to you, and you just gonna act wild. And they can't understand why you don't do that. Because you self-assured. You know who you are. You know who you are. And so this is one of these type of people who, you understand strategy. When people do shit to you, usually they do shit to you that will fuck with them. So they do shit to you and they think that this is gonna fuck with you because it's really what will fuck with them. So they already telling you how to shit on them. It's like, I know you ain't trying to shit on me because you just showed me what would get under your skin. And if I really wanted to play your game, I could and fuck you all up. Period. Point blank. Some people are just too simple to figure out. Yeah, vulnerable. This is what they want from you. They want you to be vulnerable. They want you to be open. They want you to be able to do. That's what that 12th house energy is. Somebody who think that they got everything under control. They control people. Yeah, but they irritated because they can't fucking control you. They can't control you. And so they're getting paranoid because they're wondering, do you know what they're doing? Yes, you know. And you will not tolerate it. You will be what? Respected. This person has to bow down to you because you don't act like everybody else. You don't do what everybody else do. They thought they was gonna have you wrapped around their finger. They thought they understood you. They thought they knew you. Yeah, this is a traveler. This is somebody who travels, all right, or wants to travel, all right. For some of you, this is if we're talking about that high school or that childhood lover or what have you here, this person now they respect you, like I said. Now you're the Virgo energy with the Ten of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Now they respect your grind. They respect your hustle. They respect who you are. So some of them may want to travel towards you or come towards you. Yeah, now they want to give you that romantic. That's that bullshit here, the romance. Okay. So somebody might want to travel to some of y'all and propose. Look at hot nerd. So for some of y'all, this is who you are to this person. They think you're very smart. This is why they're puzzled by you and why they respect you. They respect your intelligence. They respect your gangsta. Okay, your intellectual gangsta. Because they can't play with you. Look at this. Boundaries again. Two different decks with the word boundaries. You set boundaries with this person. Maybe you were vulnerable to this person in the past. And maybe you got away and now they respect you. Or maybe this is somebody, like I said, this is a player energy for some of y'all. This person is very attractive. They could very well be married and they're used to women or men coming on to them. So they not happy in their relationship. They miserable as fuck. Probably because they person cheating or don't pay them no mind or they person just tired of their shit. You know what I'm saying? Every one man's trash is another woman's treasure, or one woman's trash is another woman's treasure, right? Somewhere in the world, there's somebody fiending to get this person in their life. Where on the opposite end, there could be somebody who can't wait to get rid of this smoke. Like, get her out of here, right? It's always like that. But you exercise boundaries with this person and their obsessive behavior with you, okay? They won't tell you what the fuck's going on, but they want to be around you all the time, want to talk to you all the time. But they won't tell you what really is it. They trying to figure you out. That's what I'm saying. Now, forgiveness energy is here. Yeah, this person wants to forgive you. Like I said, for some of you, somebody wants to reach out. They want to talk. They want to apologize. Okay? This is what they want to do. But for some of y'all, like I said, this person is got some other shit going on. They not sincere. Look at, they want to reapproach. New love or recommitment to love is developing. What's that all about? So for some of you, this is your ex who cheated on you, stepped out, cheated on you. Okay? I don't know if somebody got trapped up by a baby because this Ace of Pentacles could represent a baby with the Four of Swords and the 12th house energy. This could be somebody who stepped out and ended up getting someone pregnant, so they got to tell you, they got to sit you down and tell you. Okay? Y'all might be married and this person got to sit down and tell you they got somebody pregnant. This is also somebody who's coming to you saying, yo, I should have listened to you. You tried to tell me to you tried to tell me about my value, my worth. I went ahead and got with this person anyway, and now I'm miserable. And so it could be that, but somebody who definitely want to talk to you. All right, Taurus. But this is what I got for your reading here. I wish you guys the best, and hopefully I'll see you in the next reading. Deuces.